Welcome back to Crafting Made Simple. I'm so excited for today because we're going to dive into the world of laser cut acrylic. If you haven't yet, go ahead and sign up for the Crafting Made Simple newsletter. You can find a link in the show notes. We share all sorts of project ideas and tips, so you really don't want to miss out. Okay, so let's get started. We're taking inspiration from this fantastic blog post by Na Ardua of Paper Flow Designs. She's rounded up some really creative project ideas, and we'll be chatting about everything from personalizing backpacks to making these show-stopping cake toppers, all using acrylic and a laser cutter.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing how laser cutting has opened up a whole new world for DIYers. What used to be like a specialized, industrial process is now way more accessible. And it's really exciting to see what people are creating with it.
Right, and I love that Na focuses on acrylic because it's so versatile. Plus, with laser cutting, you can achieve this incredible level of detail and precision that would be really tough with traditional crafting methods.
Absolutely. Think about trying to cut intricate patterns or lettering out of acrylic by hand. It would be incredibly time consuming and difficult to get clean lines. But with a laser cutter, it becomes a breeze.
So true. And before I forget, a link to supplies for all the projects we talk about in this episode can be found in our show notes and on the blog, paperflowdesigns.com. Okay, so Nat actually starts her post with this quiz called Acrylic Crafting Magic, which I thought was really fun. It helps you figure out what kind of laser cut acrylic project would be perfect for you. We won't spoil the results here, but definitely check it out later on her blog.
I think that's a great way to get people thinking about the possibilities. It's so easy to feel kind of overwhelmed when you start exploring a new craft, so having a little guidance can be super helpful.
Totally. Okay, so let's jump into some of the projects Nat talks about. She's got 10 in total, all designed to be fast and fun for beginners and more experienced crafters too. The first one is a personalized backpack name tag, which is super practical. I mean, think about all those backpacks at school or camp. A custom acrylic name tag would make it so easy to spot your bag.
And not just for kids. Imagine having a sleek, personalized name tag on your gym bag or luggage. And since laser cut acrylic is so durable and weather resistant, it can definitely handle wear and tear.
Good point. Then there are acrylic earrings, which are just perfect for intricate designs. I'm thinking delicate floral patterns or maybe cool geometric shapes. You could even do personalized initials.
What's really neat about laser cutting earrings is that it lets you work with really thin, lightweight acrylic. So even though the designs might be intricate, they won't feel heavy or uncomfortable at all.
That's key. And I love how versatile acrylic is. You can find it in so many colors and finishes, like clear, frosted, mirrored, even glitter acrylics.
Speaking of versatility, Naa also suggests personalized acrylic bookmarks, which I think would make such amazing gifts. Imagine a bookmark with a favorite quote, or even a miniature illustration engraved on it.
Okay, that's a really cute idea. And it uses the strengths of laser engraving so well, because the laser can create such fine lines, you can get some really incredible detail in those engravings.
Exactly. You can achieve an almost etched look, which just adds a touch of elegance to the bookmark.
Next up is a project that's all about capturing those special moments. A personalized first day of school sign. You could add the child's name, grade, and the date to make a truly unique keepsake.
This project actually highlights another advantage of laser cutting. It's a very precise process, which means you can make multiples of the same design really easily. So if you wanted to create these signs for each year of school, you could keep the design consistent.
That's such a good idea. Imagine having a collection of those signs as a visual reminder of how much they've grown over the years.
And you could even use different colors of acrylic for each year to make them stand out even more.
Okay, this next one brings back some childhood memories for me.
Huh.
Laser cut acrylic hangman game boards. It's such a classic game, and I love that you can make it portable and reusable with dry erase markers.
Yeah, it's a great example of how you can take a traditional idea and give it a modern twist with laser cutting. Plus, the clear acrylic would give it a really sleek and contemporary look.
Totally. Then we have a project for all you organization lovers out there. Minimalist acrylic to-do lists. You could use them in your home office or workspace. And because they're dry erase, you can easily update your tasks every day.
I like that this project really embraces the simplicity of acrylic. Sometimes less is more. The clean lines and minimalist aesthetic would complement any decor style.
And it's so functional. I could definitely see myself using one of those. Now, for those who love a little inspiration on their wrist, not suggest inspirational acrylic bar chain bracelets. Think like a motivational quote, a meaningful word, or even a special symbol laser engraved onto the bar.
What's interesting about this project is that it combines personal expression with fashion. It's not just a pretty bracelet, it's a statement piece that reflects your values or aspirations.
Totally. And again, with laser engraving, you can get such fine detail on that bar. It could almost look like delicate handwriting.
Okay, for all the new parents out there, how adorable is this? Na suggests a baby on board sign made from, you guessed it, laser cut acrylic. You could totally customize it with your baby's name, birthday, or even a cute design.
And think about how special that would be as a keepsake later on. It's not just a practical sign, it's a tangible memory of those early days. Plus, the precision of laser cutting allows for those intricate details that make it truly unique.
So true. And let's not forget about those special occasions that call for, cake. Acrylic cake toppers are really popular right now, and for good reason. They add a touch of elegance and personality to any celebration.
What I find so fascinating about laser-cut cake toppers is the artistic potential. You can create anything from whimsical shapes to intricate lettering. And because acrylic comes in so many colors and finishes, the design possibilities are pretty much endless. Nye actually includes a link to her Pinterest board on her blog with a ton of visual inspiration for cake toppers.
Oh, I'll have to check that out. And last but not least, we have a super thoughtful gift idea, especially for Teacher Appreciation Week or the end of the school year. A keychain teacher gift in the shape of a ruler, personalized with the teacher's name.
It's a small gesture that can really make a teacher feel appreciated. And the ruler shape adds a symbolic element that ties it back to their profession.
Totally. It's practical and meaningful. Now, before we move on, I wanted to touch on something Na mentioned about choosing acrylic for laser cutting. She talks about using both clear and frosted acrylic, and how each one creates a different look.
That's a great point. The type of acrylic you choose can really change the look of your project. Clear acrylic has a modern, minimalist vibe, and it lets light shine through, creating a really cool effect. Frosted acrylic, on the other hand, has a softer, more diffused look, which can be really elegant.
It's those little details that can really elevate a project. It's like choosing the right fabric for a dress. It can make all the difference.
Now, I know a lot of our listeners might be new to laser cutting, so I was really happy to see that Nab provides some additional resources on her blog about choosing the right acrylic laser cutter and finding high-quality acrylic materials.
Those resources are so valuable, especially for beginners. Laser cutters can seem kind of intimidating at first, but Nat does a great job of breaking down the basics and making it feel much more approachable. And her background as a digital illustrator really shines through in her tutorials.
It's that blend of artistry and technical know-how that makes her such a great resource. I think it's inspiring to see how technology is changing the landscape of crafting. Laser cutting allows for a level of precision and intricacy that was previously impossible for most hobbyists. It's like having a mini factory at your fingertips.
It's democratizing design in a way. Anyone with access to a laser cutter and a little creativity can now create professional-looking products. And with all the resources available online, like Nai's blog and YouTube tutorials, it's easier than ever to learn the ropes.
Exactly. It's a really exciting time to be a crafter. But speaking of technology and crafting, this brings up an interesting question. Could laser cutting become the next big DIY trend? We've seen the rise of 3D printing, Cricut machines, and other tech-driven crafting tools. Do you think laser cutting has the potential to reach that level of popularity?
I definitely think it has the potential. It's versatile, relatively accessible, and the results are impressive. And just like with 3D printing, there's a growing community of makers who are sharing their designs and knowledge online, which is really fueling the growth of the craft.
Plus, it opens up a whole world of materials to explore, not just acrylic. Nea focuses on acrylic in her blog post, but laser cutters can work with a variety of materials like wood, leather, fabric, and even paper.
That's what makes it so exciting. Imagine the possibilities. Laser-cut wooden ornaments, intricate leather designs, custom fabric patterns. The only limit is your imagination.
And speaking of possibilities, I'm already thinking beyond just crafting. Could this technology be used in other industries as well?
Absolutely. Laser cutting is already used in a variety of industries, from manufacturing and architecture to fashion and medicine. It's a very precise and efficient way to cut and engrave materials. And as the technology keeps advancing, I think we'll see even more applications emerge.
It's mind-blowing to think about. It seems like we've only scratched the surface of what laser cutting can do.
It really does feel like a tool that can just spark creativity in so many different areas.
It definitely makes you think outside the box. And that's what's so great about Noah's blog post, It doesn't just showcase cool projects. It really, opens up a world of possibilities and encourages people to experiment.
Exactly. And she makes it feel so accessible, even for beginners. I love that she breaks down the process and provides all those extra resources on her blog. It's like she's holding your hand every step of the way.
Totally. So if you're feeling inspired to try laser cut acrylic projects, we
Yeah.
definitely recommend checking out Na's blog, Paper Flow Designs. You can find a link in our show notes. And don't forget to subscribe to the Crafting Made Simple newsletter for even more crafting inspiration and project ideas.
And just a reminder that a link to all the supplies we talked about in this episode can be found in our show notes or over on the blog. We want to make it super easy for you to get started.
Exactly. We hope this episode has sparked your creativity and given you some new ideas to explore. Now, here's a final thought for you to ponder. What other unexpected materials could benefit from the precision and artistry of laser cutting? Could we see laser-cut food decorations, paper crafts taken to a whole new level, or even laser-cut elements in fashion design? Let us know your thoughts and project ideas. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, happy crafting.